some point I was up on that almost 3 grand. You know, as the market went down in January, lost a lot of value, but we slowly creeping back to it. But at some point it was actually up nicely, and as you can see, I built it all the way from 8,000, really all the way from 8,000 going all the way to 12 and back down, and we're slowly working back on it to get back to that 12-15 grand range. Hello everyone, my name is Kaseem. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, you are welcome. If you're not new to the channel, you are welcome back. Like I always say, I appreciate all of you guys that subscribe and come back and check out my content and, you know, see what I'm about on this channel. In this channel, the main goal is to get our money up, our net worth, all the way to the first $1 million. This is why it's called the $1 Million Challenge. And all I do on this channel is to share with you things that I'm doing in the financial markets, like option trading using the wheel strategy, day trading, managing my own portfolio, and all these different things that I do. Everything that I do is primarily for now, get towards the stock market and all the different ways of making money in the stock market. So in today's video, we are going to talk about the wheel strategy. And this is an option trading strategy where you are trying to purchase a stock or you are trying to sell a stock. But while you wait for your price to be hit and the time that you want to sell it to hit, you can get paid, you know, for doing that. And you basically make money in between that time that you wait to buy or wait to sell. But before we go ahead and start the video, I just want to share with you and let you know that I am not a financial advisor. You know, investing is risky. Investing is dangerous. Well, it's not dangerous, but it's risky. You know, there's always a chance that you're going to lose money, you know, doing things that I do. But I know what I'm doing because, you know, I've read books. I've put a lot of the things that I read and studied about and putting into practice. You know, I went to school for this for this stuff, so like I know what I'm doing. This video is for information, education / entertainment purposes. You know, you guys have to deal with my bad jokes, like that bad jokes. Anyways, this is for educational purposes only. Now let's get into today's video. So we are gonna dive right into today's video. The trades that we're gonna look at today are trades for next week, okay? Because I usually, when I do these option trades, I usually like to put them in for the week that is coming, the next week, just because, you know, that's how you gain a little bit of money in this particular trade because of the time value that you have with the option. So that is why I do things the way that I do things this way, trying to get next week's option pretty much done by either Thursday or Friday of the previous week. So that's how I run the account. So anyways, let's get into it. This is what we are looking like on the Robinhood account. I usually just like to walk through what the current status of the Robinhood account is, and the number one goal, the main goal for this account is that I want to go to a year, right? Whenever I hit that 1 year, that's what is showing as 1Y. Whenever I hit that 1 year button, I want that to be growing over time, you know, because that's what matters the most with this kind of account and this kind of trading strategy. You want to slowly grow your account over time by collecting these premiums, okay? So this week, this is what we're currently looking at, and I'm going to put a timestamp of when I'm recording this video because options information change on an ongoing basis. So if you look at 1 day, we're down $2.50, $2.42, and for the week we are up $676, which is great. For the month, we're up almost $300, $295. For 3 months, we're currently down. So you guys can see, you know, this account goes up and down a lot just because of this strategy. It's the nature of this strategy. You're gonna have a lot of volatility. Matter of fact, we make money off of volatility. But anyways, 3 months we're down $821, and if I click on 1 year, for the past year we are up $1,500. Now $1,500, you know, it's not, you're not getting rich overnight, but you know, the year is still young. You know, we're in April right now. Hopefully by December I can double this account. You know, that's the name of the game. And I do this by basically collecting premium on my option trades. Now let's take a look at the current options that we have open. So we have 2 legs of blink charging. We have the $40 call. So what I'm saying is my current stock that I own, I'm willing to sell it at $40. That's the very first one that says BLNK $40 call. That's what that first one is. And then the second one is Tilray. Okay. And Tilray right there, I have 1650 puts. So I'm saying if Tilray drops to 1650, I'm willing to buy the stock, and while I wait, I get paid. Then the next one that I have is BLNK 35. So I'm also saying here that if blink charging, the stock, if it goes down to $35, I'm willing to buy the stock at $35. Okay. And then I have this, my long-term SPY play here, because, you know, I'm a big fan of America. If you guys haven't seen it right there, you see the flag? I'm a big fan of America, and I'm a big fan of the UK because, you know, I grew up in the UK. I'm missing one more flag, which I need to order and add. That's the Nigerian flag. But anyways, let's get back to this. S&P 500, this is me betting on America. Over time, America always do well. So I have $620 call for 2023. Okay. And SPY right now is currently $419. SPY is currently $419, and I'm betting for it to go to $620 by 2023, by December of 2023. So that's a long way. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it gets there. So you guys will be seeing this SPY call position pretty much in every video, every real strategy video that I do, that is still to come. Now, I have to say a special thank you to all of you, to the people that use my link in the description, my Robinhood link. I have to say a special thank you to you. Someone used my Robinhood link. If you're watching the video, you know yourself, I appreciate you for using the link. So by using my link, I got lucky and I got 1 share of Johnson & Johnson, which it was $164 in free stock. So guys, if you're interested in investing and you want to do something similar to what I'm doing, support my channel by using my link in the description. I have pretty much links to all the platform in the description. Just go down there and check it out. So I appreciate you guys that use my link and basically gave me $164 into helping my journey of financial freedom. So the next one that I got here is LLNW. So the first one is J&J. That's Johnson & Johnson. LLNW is another company. It's $2. It's 2 shares, and I have 2 shares of that, and it's $6.84 right now. So thanks to you guys. In the next 3 days, I'm pretty much gonna be selling those off, getting the cash, putting it together, let it stay in the cash in the buying power right here. Let it get. I'll sell the J&J. I'll sell J&J and LLNW, sell those, the 2 free stock. I'm going to sell it, take the cash, put it into the buying power, and use that as well. Use that add that to the money to be doing the real strategy with. So that is pretty much what I'm doing. Netflix is hitting me up. I don't watch TV, so stop hitting me up, Netflix. Anyways, so this is the current stock situation. Let me go on to blink charging right here, and we'll talk about what we've done recently. So blink charging. Okay, so blink charging currently, we're sitting on $38. I have 100 shares. I still have the average being $46, down $800. But again, I've been collecting roughly about $200 a week, roughly in wheel strategy. So it really has helped balance the account out. And the current trade that we have right now, the current option position, this is what we are looking like. We have 2 options and it's up about 2%. Now, where you guys see total returns right there, I try to aim to at least make about 75% of the value. Where you guys see value, I try to make at least about 75% of that. And if there's an opportunity to the market is a little bit messy, like today the market was down. So at this point, I sold out of my previous ones. At this point, and then I jumped into another the trades that I'm talking about right now, which worked out pretty well, and it's pretty much been going up from where I jumped in on that trade. So this is my next week trade. All of that stuff is pretty much set. Let's go down here and we'll take a look at recent transactions on blink charging. So you guys see right there that it's a plus $18. I mean plus $118. And then the next one is plus 121. So we have 121 and $118. And then the negative 11 and negative 50, those were from last week's trade. I had to get out of the trade because this new trade, the current 2 trades that I have open, present a better opportunity. So I had to get out of that trade. But I was still able to secure at least about 75% of what I made last week, which I made a video on. I'm gonna put that in the cards for you to check out. I pretty much run this trade every week, and it's pretty regular. It's the same thing that I do every week. And over time, like I said, the goal is to grow this account. When I click on 1 year, the goal is to grow this. Where we see, you see right there at the very top, where you see past year, I'm up 16%, $1,510. That is the main goal of this account, to grow this part of the portfolio. If I click on 1 year, to grow that over time. At some point I was up on that almost $3,000. As the market went down in January, lost a lot of value, but we slowly creeping back to it. But at some point it was actually up nicely, and as you can see, I built it all the way from 8,000 really all the way from 8,000 going all the way to 12 and back down, and we're slowly working back on it to get back to that 12-15 grand range. But checking a year here and seeing that boom, a year we up and we keep on going up, that's what matters to me with this Robinhood portfolio. Again, because I always like to be fully transparent, I like transparency on my channel. It's pretty much what I do because, financial YouTubers, a lot of people don't really show this level of transparency, and I think that's wrong. If you want to show people how to do something, you have to show them all the way. All right. So that is what I try to do on this channel. So the first trade that we have on this week is $118 right there at the bottom. $118. That's the first trade. The second trade is 121. right there at the bottom. And then we have the last trade right here, which is the 100 which is the $41. So the trades for this week. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to the calculator and tally up all the income for this week, like we always do pretty much every week. So the first trade that we have that we did was the blink charging trade. I'll leave it right under the mic like I always do. The first trade is $118. That was the first trade. The second trade is $121. And then the third trade is $41. All right. And that brings to a grand total of $280, pretty much an income for next week. Now, depending on the condition of the market, I know like I'm probably not going to realize all the $280, but at least there's a great chance that I might realize 200 out of this due to time decay and, you know, the value of option going down over time. So that plays to your advantage if you're an option seller, because over time, options become less valuable as it gets close to expiration. So if you can jump in a week or so, and you can ride the time decay, you know, you can pretty much create an additional source of income. Okay, so for this week, we're able to secure $280, and you know, thank God for that. And yeah, I think that's the three trades for this week. The SPY trade will pretty much be here forever until it expires. And then I have these three stocks. Thanks again to the person that signed up using my link. J&J, you gave me $164. I appreciate you for using my link. Thank you. And LLNW, you gave me like $7. Thank you very much. And thanks to Robinhood as well. Thanks to you guys that use my link, and thanks to Robinhood. Appreciate you guys. You guys are helping my work here on the channel. So yeah, thank you. So that is pretty much it for today's video. Basically what I'm trying to do with this wheel strategy videos is that I'm trying to show you guys another way of making money in the stock market as well. And if you want to understand how to do this, I did a video sharing with you guys my top 5 books. I'm going to leave it in the cards. One of them, it's called Understanding Options. It's a great book for beginners, someone that wants to learn about trading. It teaches you everything that you need to know. There's a ton of different ways to make money in the stock market, and this video that you're watching is pretty much one of the way to make money in the stock market as well. So you know, I hope you understand and you can see that, okay, this is a thing that works. But the only downside to this strategy is very capital intensive. You need pretty much a lot of money to get started with this kind of investment. But if you have it, is a great way to try to make a little bit of money from the stock market. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for a video. I have a video coming up walking you guys through all the process that I go through when I select option contracts. I have a video coming up sharing that with you. So stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. You subscribing really help push my channel and take my channel to the next level. Appreciate you for doing that. Thank you again. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, see you later. Love you all. Bye.